How's it going, everybody? On today's video I want to have a quick discussion about linked braking systems on scooters. Maybe they're on a motorcycle or two, I don't know, I'm unfamiliar with it, but anyways, let's have a talk about that real quick.
Traveling pretty good. The washboard's not too bad. Right as I say it, we get into washboards. Okay, slow, big holes, and tight gravel. Oh!
You okay?
I don't know yet. Gravel and a big hole that I hit. Can you get the bike off my leg? Thanks. I'll get it. I'll help. All right, so
You
a good
all right?
down.
Your head hit.
I took a chin hit. It the camera.
Man, you hit hard.
Yeah. It just disappeared. The front end went away. My leg is raspberried. Yeah, my leg is raspberried. Yeah, you can see the slide right here. And I wasn't even in the front brake. I was in the rear. Yeah, my arm hurts like I'm okay. I'm going to ride. Yeah, as long as the bike is rideable, I'm riding.
So I was watching a video the other day from a channel called Quasi-Motard. The guy's name is Aaron, and in my mind anyways, this dude's a legend when it comes to riding scooters and things, because he's done the scooter cannonball run multiple times. If you guys don't know what that is, it's you basically hop on a scooter and you ride across the country and back and try to do it in a certain amount of time, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's how it goes. Anyways, this dude is to me, he's a freaking legend when it comes to stuff like that, simply because of all the experience that he's got doing it, and he's a really nice guy. So if you guys have time, go over check his channel out. It's called Quasi-Motard. Really cool guy. So anyways, I was watching one of his videos the other day, and he put out like a short video. It's only a couple of minutes long, but I started watching this video, and he's cruising down this dirt road. I think he's doing like maybe 30 miles an hour or something like that, and he's kind of talking to his buddies through his headset, and I think I hear him say something like slow down a bit or watch out. And I think just a second later, you know, he ends up dropping his bike and crashing at like 30 miles an hour. Now thankfully he was able to just kind of get up and walk away from it and brush it off. As it turns out, what had happened, as I was kind of watching the video, I slowed it down a little bit. They're on a dirt road, but as they go over this creek, there's like a concrete bridge with no guardrails on it, so it's kind of hard to even tell that it's a concrete bridge. But if you look at the video, there's gravel and rocks and dirt and everything all over this bridge from where he was going across it. Now I think what had happened is he said slow down or watch out, and at that moment in time, I believe he probably grabbed his rear brake, which is what I would do, you know, riding on dirt and gravel, being on a scooter. I would grab my rear brake first, I wouldn't even touch my front brake, because I know the risk of locking up your front tire when using your front brake on dirt and loose gravel and things like that. It could lock it up and cause the front end to come out from underneath you. So what I think he did, he grabbed the rear brake to slow down going across that bridge to prepare for maybe a corner coming up. And what had happened with the linked braking system on his scooter, it not only applied pressure to the rear brake, but also to the front brake when he was going across that slippery surface. And what had happened is it caused the motorcycle, probably the front tire, to break traction just a tiny bit for a split second, and it caused his scooter to wash out from underneath him, and he went down. Like I said, he was able to get up and brush himself off and continue on his journey. But what that got me kind of thinking about is having a linked braking system on a scooter is kind of dangerous, and that's something that maybe motorcycle manufacturers should really stop and think about and stop putting those things on their bikes. Now I know the little Honda Metropolitan, I looked at one a few days ago, has a linked braking system. You can look at the cables right down there on the front brake, and as you pull the rear brake lever, you can see that it's pulling not only the rear brake drum but also the front brake drum. So I can see the inherent danger with a design like that when you're on a slippery surface, because you want to avoid using your front brake on a slippery surface. And if you're trying to just use your rear brake on a slippery surface, the motorcycle manufacturer said, well, that's too bad, we're going to apply pressure to both, and cause exactly what happened to Aaron when he crashed going across that bridge. Now, I don't know if there's a way to kind of bypass that, but what I do know is that if you buy like a motorcycle equipped or a scooter equipped with ABS, such as like this ADV 150, it only has ABS on the front because it has a drum rear. So this bike does not have like a combined braking system, and I think maybe somebody out there could correct me if I'm wrong, but if you have a bike that's set up like the ADV 150, you could pull in on the rear brake and it won't affect the front brake whatsoever. So you could basically learn to do it like a controlled slide on a slippery surface, or feather the rear brake pressure to make sure that your front tire doesn't end up washing out from underneath you. So in my opinion, I think that the motorcycle manufacturers, scooter makers, should really reconsider removing that feature. And I understand why they do it, because it's like a safety feature, okay? But with that safety feature, they're trying to help out newer riders who, you know, are maybe uncomfortable with using the front brake. They should remove that feature, because what they've done by adding it as a safety feature is they've caused another risk, another point of failure, another spot where you can just accidentally end up crashing because of that safety feature. Here's an example of a stupid safety feature. Now, I drive a 2022 Ford Maverick, the little pickup looking things. In that thing, it has this collision warning system that's in it. That thing has gone off 3 or 4 times, and what happens is when if I'm accelerating towards something and I go to pass it, it will tell me and that thing is like a car in the left turn lane and I'm going around it to pass it. That thing will start bah, 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 just making all this noise on the dashboard, and it caused me to freak out and look down, take my eyes off the road. That thing might cause me to get in an accident someday, and yet it's supposed to be a safety feature. Stop it. Okay, motorcycle manufacturers, car manufacturers, just stop that crap. I understand you're trying to make it so that your vehicles are safer, but you're just making them more dangerous to those of us who do know how to pay attention and do know how to drive, because you're getting inside our heads and you're blah blah, all this flashing stuff and danger Will Robinson and all this crap. Just stop it. You're just making it more dangerous for those of us that, like I said, do know what we're doing. So I think that combined braking system on the scooter just needs to go away. It's dangerous. I don't think it really does any good. You know, if you're not comfortable with using the front brake, maybe you should go to a parking lot and do a little bit of practice. You know, it'll do you a world of good, and you won't need silly features like a combined braking system. Now, I do think that they work just fine, you know, for around town and things, but being a motorcycle rider, I mean, we like to be in complete control of our bikes at all times, you know, whether that be which gear we're in. I understand, you know, scooters don't have gears and they're nice to ride and everything, but the majority of us like to be able to select our own gears and use whichever brake we want, not be forced to use both brakes when we only want to use the back brake. It just doesn't make any sense. Now, instead of putting a silly feature like that on a bike, maybe they should just start promoting rider safety courses and, you know, get out there and figure out and learn how to ride a motorcycle properly. It'd probably go a lot further than some silly safety feature on a motorcycle. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching, stopping by the channel. Please remember to go check out Quasi Motard's channel. If you guys like scooters, if you don't already know who he is, the dude's a legend. Puts God knows how many miles on his bikes every year. Anyway, stop by his channel, check him out, give him a subscribe, give him a like, and you know, thanks for watching my channel. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Till next time, everybody, ride safe, have a good day, and we will see you on the next one.